Hi guys, we're back with an update on our 71/72 GTO build for our GTO build series. About in the intro, we built 64, 65, 66, 67, 70, and now 72. So technically 71 and 72 are the same, basically, just a few minor differences. So that just leaves a 68 and a 69 to build. But I am going to be doing another 2 more 70s and probably 1 more 72, or I'll call it 71, because the 70s I want to do, well, because the one I did already was a rebuilder kit, and it turned out okay, but it's not great. But I want to do a Reggie Dunlap 70 GTO from the movie, greatest movie of all time, Slapshot. And then from the second greatest movie of all time, we're going to do Pickford's 70 GTO Judge from Dazed and Confused. So there's at least 4 more GTOs coming up sometime in the future, probably throughout over the course of this year. So anyway, we got some work done on it, and I thought we would do an update on it. So we have our chassis here. Let me flip it over. It's basically stock. We did use on our Demon build, we parted out a 66 Pro Street Nova, so I took the motor from it and we put that in here instead, because to me, to my eyes, however you want to look at it, the motor that comes with the GTO kits from AMT/MPC, they're the same kits no matter which one they're boxed in, look too small. I mean, the GTO was a huge car and it's a huge engine bay, but they look like they're under scale to me. They always have. So whenever I do one, I try to put a different motor in there, whether it be 3D printed, one stolen out of the Chevelle, or here in the case of this one, taken from the Nova. So we did that, and we got that ready to go. We are doing the PMD rally wheels. I did search my I still got to sand them. I did search my parts bag for better tires than what came in the kit, but we just did a black wash on those. And yeah, I've got the ones for the front are a little bit smaller and narrower than these for the back, so it's kind of got that 60s 70s vibe going with that kind of muscle car, but not the huge meats out back. Start to show off here is our interior bucket. We put a GTO decal there on the door cards. We did a kind of a black. It's all black, but it's 2 different shades, or 2 different glossinesses of black for it. It's a 4-speed there. We did have the 4-speed transmission on it. So we got that. We used the felt to do the carpeting. I didn't carpet around the pedals, but you never see up in there anyway. Let's see here. And this I'll put some stills in, because I know it'll be hard to see if we can. Camera doesn't like to blow up too much, but here is I got some smuts on there. Here's our dash. We did the wood grain on it. We did the chrome on it. We got scavenged an Pontiac Arrowhead out of my decal parts for that. The way I did the decals on, or the gauges on this one, is I primed the whole dash in black, painted everything else that I wanted, and then for the needles on the gauges, I went back with a toothpick and I scratched the paint off the top of those, and then used a fine, one of these fine, where are they at? There they are. Sorry guys, I should have been more prepared. These fine Sharpie artist pens. And they have a, yeah, let me zoom out because it doesn't want to. There we go. And I use those to draw the needles on and kind of highlight the numbers a little bit. Then we put some UV resin in to create the lenses over those. And yeah, that's where we're at. So I'll go back and I'll touch up that spot that oh no, it's just loose. Okay, just a piece of smuts. It's not messed up the paint. So there's our dash. The front seats are painted just a plain gloss black, like the back seat is. And there's no special detail on that, because what detail there would be on it is something you wouldn't see once they're in the car anyway, unless you were doing a drop top, which we're not. Well, here is our body. We got it in the first round of paint. It still has to do the trim work on it. I do have I got the silver down for the front marker lights, and I did for the GTO badges, I did the foil underneath the paint technique that I do most of the time for those type things. The one on the trunk is a decal, because that badge was pretty soft, and by sanding out the trunk and whatnot, I sanded most of it away, so we just put that on there. So we've got our firewall and radiator core are already installed. We got our front chrome nose pieces on there. Still got to paint the marker lights on the front. Do the bare metal foil for the door handles and the front and rear glass and the grip rails on that. Now, let me come back to you. Change 1 second here. I've got to grab some parts and I'll show you. Right up, I want to apologize for the furnace fan kicking on. There's nothing I can do about that. On the fireplace, it comes on when it feels like it, and I can't really adjust it. Anyway, for some reason, with the AMP and MPC, they're the same kits for both for all the GTO cars. On the 67s, the bumper is not long enough for the car, not wide enough. It's a little bit short. And on the 72s, it's actually too wide. That's the exact opposite. So, what I did, I just cut it right down the middle. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, if the lights might be blinding it out. I just split it down the middle, and then I started fit one side to where I wanted it, taped it into the body, and then just worked with the other one, worked them back and forth with a little bit on each side till I got them shrunk in to fit the body better. They're still not completely perfect, but they're about as far as I could go without losing without the license plate area becoming just too narrow. So it's still a little bit too wide, but at least it's now this curvature part here on the end is not, you can't see behind it from the side of the body. That's what I want to say. So we've got that ready. I will hit it with a coat of gloss black or flat black. Actually, I use flat black for the AK Super Chrome. Hit it with some black primer, and then we will respray that for that, and that's all there is to that. But yeah, you can build it the way it is. It just looks a little weird. And we'll just say it took 15 minutes of time just to cut that in half, and then fit the two pieces back in to where it was the right dimension or depth, however you can look at it. Let's see if I can even do this with that. I should be able to. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So now it fits a whole lot better than it did before. Actually, I got it in there hair crooked. But yeah, it fits a lot better than it did. Get it this way. Turn. There we go. Sorry, we'll get this one of these years. So now it fits a whole lot better than it did. So it's still a little too wide, but it was about as close as I could get it to where you can see it just barely sticks out past the edge of the body, which the car did on the real ones too. They were a little bit wider than the car because they wrapped around the body a little bit. but now they're not big holes in them behind the end of the bumper. So that's where we're at on this so far. We've said we've got to do the bright work on that, get this bumper painted and get it cleared and do final assembly. So next video will be probably finished on it, and we are going to start next on our steamboat Robert E. Lee for the modeling with the Matt's legendary group build. Should have been started on it already, but I wanted to get the MiG-21 and this one finished, and we also will probably start on the basic builds of the 55 Bel Air, the AMT 55 Chevy, the Bel Air car. So that's probably what we'll be working on car-wise next, till we get parts in for the 1/16 scale 57 Chevy. Those parts are coming down the road, and we'll be getting parts here so before too long, probably for the 112/69 Z28. Those are going to be my two big car builds for this year. And so then we'll be working on the other GTOs over the course of the year. So I'm waffling already. If you like one of my shop cards, email me and I will send you one out. And with that, I'm going to say, oh, one more thing. How much? Oh, forgot. If you happen to be at a show where I'm at and your model is really cool, you may find one of these. Banana Awesome build with King Bob on the front. And the back has King Bob's Model Works and the YouTube logo. So if you get if I see a real good model at a show, I'm going to put one of these down as my own little personal pat on the back for a great build. And with that, I'll say, banana! Good morning, good evening, good night, guys, and we'll see you next time.